Hello, everyone. I is Abraham Paul. I am your passive income expert. I'm here to help you out if you want to create passive income. There are two different types of income. There is active income and there is passive income. Active income is where you're trading your time for money. But when it comes to passive income, you just have to put in all the effort once, and then you get paid over and over and over again for that same work or the effort which you put in. And so your one-time effort is going to pay you for your lifetime. But in active income, you have to put in all the work, you get paid. Put in all the work, you get paid. And so you have to put in the work over and over and over again if you want to get paid. But why not do it the smart way? Why not do it in the most efficient and effective way? And that is to put in all the effort, but you're taking that effort and making money multiple times. So most people do not know about it. They follow the crowd. They do what everyone else do in life, and so they get a job, but job is never gonna make you rich or wealthy. If you want to be happy, satisfied, and wealthy, you need to do something which you really like to do, and not out of compulsion or out of like forced nature from other people, external forces pushing you to do something. That is forcing you to do something which you hate. But I want you to do something which you really like to do and which you really enjoy doing it. It gives you a lot of joy, happiness, and satisfaction. And so you have to find that thing which makes you happy and satisfied and which you like to do, even if you are not getting paid to do it, alright? Because if you do something which you really love to do, then work is no longer work. Because you will do that activity or that work, but you will lose track of time. You don't want to eat food, you don't want to go to the restroom, you don't want to get into any other activity. You really want to lock in and focus only on the thing which you're doing. And that is called the flow state. And if you really enjoy what you're doing, you will derive pleasure out of it. You will be in a flow state, and you won't even think about money because you're deriving so much pleasure that money is just a byproduct of doing what you really love to do. But most people in life, they go through life, they look at other people, they see other successful people, but they don't take action working on themselves, working on improving their own skills, their own knowledge, and own experience. Instead of focusing on themselves, they focus on the external environment and this external world, and they're not actually improving their life. So they're consuming a lot of information, but they're not applying that information in real life to see a transformation in their life. So that is happening, and I just wanted you to understand that what a lot of people are doing is not what you have to do if you wanted to be financially independent and to escape this slavery from either a job or from other people where they tell you what to do instead of you deciding what to do with your life. You should have control over your life, right? But in reality, that's not happening if you are following the instructions of a boss or a manager or somebody else asking you to do the thing. And that is what happens in a job. And so some people really love to do a job, they can do it, no problem. But most of the people in this world, they need freedom. They need 4 different types of freedom. They need the time freedom, location freedom, people freedom, and financial freedom. And that is what gives them the freedom and independence to make their own decisions and choices which they like to take instead of someone else dictating them what to do. And so passive income is what helps you to get financial independence. but the educational system actually teaches you how to go ahead and make active income, which is to get a job or do a business, which obviously is actively working on it in order to get money after adding your value to the marketplace. But what I'm trying to say here is that the people who are smart, who actually are productive, who are able to get maximum results in minimum time, which means maximum revenue, which is the key performance indicator in the business world, the maximum profit in minimum time, are the ones who actually do something which they really love to do and take decisions which are smart and clever and make money through multiple different sources and do not rely on a single income source. And so for you to do that, I recommend you to create multiple passive income streams. Like for example, you can write an ebook and publish it in Amazon KDP. You can also create your own online courses and publish those courses on Udemy, Skillshare, Teachable, or your own website. You can also create tutorials or videos on different platforms like YouTube or Facebook or even Instagram. You can choose basically what is kind of the digital product which you're going to sell, whether it's downloadable PDFs or templates or online courses or even ebooks which you have created by yourself, or you can hire someone to do it. But there are multiple different ways which people use to make money, but then you have to choose the one which you really like to do. And I just want you to understand that we are having only 24 hours in a day, and this 24 hours you can only make so much money with this 24 hours, all right, if you're working by yourself as a single human being. So you have to scale it by using this 24 hours and working multiple times, but you can only do that if you make money work for you. So you have to create a system where your products are working for you even when you're sleeping. They are making money for you. But in reality, most of the time, people are not too much patient enough to see the results. They want the results immediately. That's why they do a job or do freelancing, because if they do some active work, they get the money immediately, instant gratification. But in order to create passive income, folks, you need to have delayed gratification. Results will not come immediately because you need a lot of patience, a lot of perseverance, a lot of endurance, and you have to play the long game because longevity is very important here. So most people are not doing it. That's why they don't make a lot of money. But if you want to come in the top 1% of income earners in your country, let's say you're in the United States of America, you want it to be the top 1% of income earners making more than at least $1 million a year, then you really have to make at least, what I'm talking about, $100,000 a month. And if you are doing that in active income, you still have to do it immediately and you have to do it repeatedly. But your health is the one thing which you need the most while working. If you don't have health, you cannot make wealth. But if you're doing active work, you will get tired. Your sweat, blood, and tears is draining all of your energy, and you're not able to work as a single person. So it's important for you to understand it's not sustainable and it's not scalable if you're doing everything by yourself and if you're doing active income. And so it's important for you to do passive income. So $100,000 a month in passive income is only possible if you try to do activities or work which would have the potential to generate cash flow, where money is coming in every single month without you putting in the effort every single month, which is minimal effort. So if you take a look at the dictionary meaning of passive income, it is able to generate money with minimal effort or work. So you still need to maintain or manage whatever you created, but guess what? You have to put in minimal effort. So you should have certain qualities to be able to do that. You have to be patient. And like I said, you really have to have that tenacity to keep going in spite of getting any results, because it takes at least 6 months to see any significant results after you created a product or service. But what I would like to say here is that you can create a membership website, or you can create your own website with subscription. So this way people will be able to subscribe to specific materials or products which you sell in your website, and they will be able to give you money every single month. So membership is a great option, and I would also like you to create your own courses and publish your own ebooks in different platforms so that you can generate money. And there are multiple ways in which you can collect these payments, but what I would say here is that it's going to be completely driven. The future is going to be driven by artificial intelligence. And so you should be a person of value, which obviously means that you should contribute your value to the marketplace. And no other human being should be able to do what you will be able to do. Your own unique signature strength has to be reflected in your own products and services. And that's why what I'm trying to say here is to have an entry barrier where other people will not be able to easily replicate what you're trying to do. So that causes an entry barrier so that it will be hard for anyone to replace you. You have to reach that level. And if you want to reach that 0.1% of the top people in the entire planet who are making millions and billions of dollars every single year, and their net worth is over $1 billion, then you have to understand you can't do everything by yourself. You have to hire people and manage this business for a long time. And you will have ups and downs, but you have to sustain it, maintain it, and then scale it, reinvest all the profits back into your business so that you can scale and grow and multiply and exponentially grow and compound over time. So this snowball effect will only come if you're really loving what you're doing and you derive pleasure. Your only source of entertainment is your work. If you can do that, folks, I think you will do a great job. But people will definitely find it difficult because your feelings and emotions, everything changes every single day. So people will not have that same motivation every day. But what I would say is that if you understand human psychology and the psychology of other people, and including your own human brain and how it works, life becomes so simple because none of these things are in your control. It's in God's control. So what I would say is that you can only control what you can control, right? You can't control the place where you're born, your parents, or other circumstances like the temperature or climate. But what you can control is your actions, your words, your thoughts, and so that you can make the right decision in the moment. And this 24 hours can be utilized efficiently by doing the smart work which I've suggested to generate passive income of at least $10,000 a month. Alright, folks? But my goal here in this video is to help you educate and teach you how to make money without talking to people, because as a child I never spoke with a lot of people. I don't have any friends whatsoever. So it's like I'm all by myself in a single room. Now I have to somehow make money, but if I go to a job, I have to speak with people, I have to interact with people, and my interpersonal skills are very important. But since I'm an introverted person, I don't like to talk to people, and I stay silent and peaceful most of the time by myself. It's very hard for me to do a job. In this case, it's very important and essential for me as a human being to find a way to survive without doing a job or working for other people. it's important for me to survive and find a way out. So this is obviously one of the best ways which I found out is by using social media, using online platforms, using the help of the internet. I can create a product or service and offer it to the world, and whoever is interested in the product, they will be willing to pay money, and I will be able to survive with the money which they pay, because I'm creating products and services which will be useful for somebody, right? So this is how I got into this concept of passive income. And that was my first income, which is through YouTube videos. I was able to get money, but I also tried multiple other ways like freelancing and also doing internships, but guess what, none of it actually worked out for me as a human being. It's difficult because my personality is different from other people, and it's important for everyone to do a complete SWOT analysis and to identify what are their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and to choose a career or profession or a job or a work which they find meaningful and entertaining, and they derive pleasure doing that thing. And if you really do what you love to do, then work will be entertainment, and you will still work even after work. You will be working every waking hour. And that's what these people who are making billions of dollars, they're still working, they're not retired, they've never retired, because they have the creation mindset. It's not consumption mindset. They're producing something which other people will be using it even after they die. But you have to figure out, if you're doing a job, if after you die nobody is going to appreciate you because your impact is no longer there after you die. But if you create passive income streams, then you will still make money even after you die. People will be using your products and services, and you will still be able to generate revenue every single month on autopilot, because you've completely automated your business. And so if you have any questions or if you have any doubts on how to make money without talking to people, you can go ahead and visit my website abrahampaul.com, so that you will be able to completely have all the questions answered. And you can also shoot an email to my email address, abrahampaulbusiness@gmail.com, so that all of your questions and queries are solved and resolved. And so thank you so much everyone for watching this video till the end. My goal is to help you make passive income without talking to people, and make money even while you're sleeping. So that is the goal, and I hope that I was able to help you out in this video by giving you some tips and strategies to go about making passive income. And if you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below this video, and I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video.